All right, so I came to historic Mulberry Street in East Liverpool, 460 to be exact. Why? To spend time with that great family that is the Hopples. And saw Bill Montgomery moments ago. You know, Montgomery Real Estate. Well, it's all about business. And business is booming when it comes to real estate, especially commercial and residential. You hear me talk about it all the time. Before we do a little giddy up and promote one of my favorite events every 4th of July, the Hopple Arena and their rodeo, let's saddle up and talk about what he is doing in the real estate business with our good friend Bill Montgomery. You guys are doing a little everything, but I think you'll agree with me, real estate business has never been better, right?
For sure. Right now it's really hot. Everybody seems to be looking for a home. Right now we having a little bit of trouble finding somebody who wants to sell their home because the market's so hot, but it's going well.
Listen, you know, one of the things that amazes me about this wonderful place that is Calcutta, and they're in Western Pennsylvania too, is the growth, obviously, because of the Shell petrochemical plant. And I think the branches of that amazing money tree, $6 billion, it's going to be spread out throughout the region. But what about the typical homeowner, the age, and what you guys are doing? Now, obviously, Bill Montgomery is my age, a little older. He's been doing it a long time. Lou Bellino here, Casa de Emanuele, with that great home Italian cooking. He, too, has seen this region go through a very, I guess, roller coaster ride would be a safe bet, right? But tell me, who's the typical first-time homeowner right now with you guys at Venture Real Estate?
Yeah, so it kind of varies between like Pittsburgh, Western Pennsylvania, and here. A lot of it is people who either are in the gas and oil industry or service the gas and oil industry. A lot of people from Shell and management. There are a lot of people coming from Beaver Falls, trying to come over the border to get a little bit cheaper cost of living. And that's one of the things when we partnered with Bill that we realized is the connection between Pittsburgh, Western Pennsylvania, and this area, and the opportunity to potentially bring some buyers and some new residents into Ohio and into the East Liverpool area. So we're really trying to make that connection and not only be active in Pennsylvania, but also try to bring some people over in Ohio, where we have a pretty strong foothold.
Now, real quick, what's the best way? Obviously, they can link into what I have linked on this Facebook page, their post and their site, but what's the best way to get a hold of you guys?
Yeah, Facebook's good, Venture Home Real Estate. We're also online, venturehomerealestate.com. Either of those or info at venturehomerealestate.com.
Listen, we're going to talk about the rodeo because that's the real reason why I came down here. But what about commercial real estate? That's obviously something else I know Bill has been involved in with years, and you have as well too. I see a lot of the older buildings being taken over by people in the gas and oil industry, and especially at Shell. So what this does, it puts money back on the tax base, and more importantly, it puts more money back into the local economy. So a lot of buildings which have been idle for a long time are being bought, and a lot of new buildings are also going up, right?
Yeah, so most of my background is actually in commercial. That's what I do primarily in Pittsburgh. And that's another opportunity that we've seen for this area and the East Liverpool area is all of the companies coming in, not necessarily just to service the construction of the new cracker plant, but also when the cracker plant gets up and running, it's supposed to basically provide petrochemicals to the whole Northeast. And when that happens, there's going to be plastic manufacturers, additive manufacturing manufacturers, and all of those companies coming back to this area for manufacturing. And that's another opportunity that we see for them to come over the border, take advantage of some lower priced real estate and also lower taxes, and also try to stimulate the economy back here in East Liverpool.
Adam Hopple, Venture Home Real Estate, and now we're going to do it the cowboy way. Talk a little bit about the Hopple Arena and their rodeo coming up. That's next. Casa de Emanuele in the historic East End of East Liverpool, Ohio. Back with your Pratte Pack in a moment. Good evening.